You're listening to the Productive Not Busy podcast, where our mission is to make you more money so you'll have less stress and more free time. It's all about mindset, attitude, and taking action. And your host, Wayne Weathersby, knows how to make that happen. He's negotiated and closed over $150 million in contracts while building businesses with proven success strategies that he wants to share with you. So if you're ready to make some real money, then let's get to it. Here's Coach Wayne.
Okay, welcome back to the Productive Not Busy podcast. My name is Wayne Weathersby, your host, and today we're going to talk about challenges, okay? Throughout all of our lives, I don't care who you are, we face challenges in many types of situations. I'm going to ask you, do you sometimes freeze up when you're faced with an obstacle because you're unsure of what to do? Well, if so, opportunities may pass you by because your resolve to meet the challenges quickly disappears. However, the good news is you can pass any test you face on the way to your goals. I promise. Opportunities that once passed you by can be turned into stepping stones on your way to victory. Once you add a few simple strategies to your arsenal, you're going to be unstoppable on your path to success. Even big challenges, huge challenges can be surpassed with just a few simple techniques. Overcoming these challenges will spur you on and encourage you to live the life you were born to live. Instead of feeling fear, you're going to feel confident when you approach these roadblocks. And it's okay to feel fear, as long as you don't allow that fear to propel you to backwards or even forwards. The truth is, anything worth having comes with some setbacks. Your willingness to face these challenges head on will determine the level of success that you achieve in your life. The strategies you're going to learn here on this episode can help you every single day. And if you take advantages with these techniques, you'll discover within yourself a much stronger, capable person. Everyone suffers from fear from time to time, including myself. And some use the fear as an excuse to give up. And others use that fear to motivate themselves to achieve their dreams. And that choice is yours. First thing you can do is always expect the best. I know that sounds difficult and even kind of outrageous, but the first step in overcoming any challenge is to expect the best out of the situation. When you go into that challenge with the expectation of failure, chances are good that you're going to fall short of your goal. Your mindset's going into any situations really play a huge role in whether or not you're going to come out the other end with success. Even when your situation seems overwhelming and completely unbeatable, you can choose to think the best. Find the good in the situation, learn from it, and focus on the solution. And when you do, you're going to routinely turn the frustration of your life into victories. So I want you to try these strategies to focus your mindset on expecting the best. First one is to use positive self-talk. When you face a challenge, do you find yourself kind of saying, I can't do this? No way. It's impossible. If that's the case, you're self-talking yourself into sabotage, and you're going to sabotage your success. Instead, tell yourself you can and you will do it. Give yourself permission to make mistakes and learn from them. Fail forward. Resolve today that you refuse to give up until you reach that goal or milestone. By simply changing what you say in certain situations can alter the way your mind thinks about the difficult circumstances. You got to replace negative thinking with productive thinking. Think about the road before you. Look forward in a way that spurs you towards the success. Replace thoughts of I can't or I'll never make it with productive thinking. Tell yourself, I'm going to figure this out. Then the solution is what you have to focus on instead of the challenge. When something's frustrating you, put your mind to work in a productive manner. Think about What's great about the situation you're in right now? How can you make it the way you want it? This kind of thinking can only lead to success. You got to remind yourself that the only way to fail is to give up. And instead, resolve by putting one foot in front of the other until you reach the other end of your destination. Believe in yourself. You're capable of amazing things. Everybody is. You just have to trust in your abilities, your gifts, and your talents. Reflect on your previous accomplishments, and you've certainly succeeded at something before, right? But you've likely forgotten it because you're focused on what's happening in the now. Focus on previous victories, and you'll feel confident to tackle the challenge. So, with the proper mindset in place, your talents, desires, and abilities will naturally draw success to you. Even when you fall short, it's okay. You'll make the most of the experience by learning from it and moving forward in a positive direction. That's where experience comes from. That's where competence comes from. Gotta look for the silver lining. In every situation, there is a silver lining to be found and appreciated. Do you look at something that's hard and get easily frustrated about how difficult it is? Or do you always believe the worst case scenario is the likely outcome? Well, you can learn to think differently and steer the ship in a different direction. That's the high point of challenging your fate that you're facing. There's something positive about the situation you're in. What is it? What can you learn from this? How can you grow from this experience? And how will this experience make you a better person? How will this event in your life alter your future for the better? Think of a stressful solution. Think of a stressful situation that you're currently facing. Take time right now to close your eyes and ask yourself, what's great about this? I'm sure at first your mind was going to go like, what? Nothing. Well, continue to think about it until your mind gives you 2 or 3 satisfying answers. This is the difference than thinking that everything is perfect when it's not. Instead of denying reality, you're giving your mind a more accurate, balanced picture of reality, allowing your mind to realize that there are both positive and negative aspects of your current situation. And this puts you in a more productive frame of mind to deal with those negative parts of that reality. Discover the lesson. Every situation has something to teach you if you'll just look for it. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this challenge about my abilities and my circumstances? And in what ways does facing this situation improve the quality of my life? We've got to be finding solutions. What are the next steps you can take to making it better? Okay, well, the only way you'll find solutions to the frustrations you face is to look for them. Think of something in your life that's frustrating you. And instead of thinking of all the reasons that it bothers you, think about ways that you can make it better. Is there someone you can ask for help? Are there habits that you can change? Can you schedule your time differently? The questions you pose to yourself about your situation will determine your attitude, and your attitude will determine your chances of success. So ask yourself why things are so frustrating, and your mind will return many reasons for you to be frustrated. I promise. Ask yourself, how can you solve the dilemma you face? And your mind will give you answers that you seek. If you spend your time complaining about your circumstances, you'll spin your wheels and stand in the same frustrating ground over and over. Instead of denying reality, make your reality better by asking, how can you affect things in a positive way? Stay away from unproductive what ifs. When you worry about what may happen in the future, you avoid the productive thinking that can make all the difference in your life. You also miss out on the gifts that found in the present moment. Challenges can help you grow as a person, or it can cause you to stop in your tracks. Choice is totally up to you. Got to be strong and face what's in front of you. The more you face your fears head on, the more confident and motivated you'll become as you can consciously step closer and closer to your dreams. The list of what ifs you face could go on forever if you let it. What if you embarrass yourself? What if I fall short? What if this doesn't work? Your mind will answer those questions and prevent you from ever moving forward. Is this what you want? Is it what you deserve? Probably not. But if you ask questions like, what would I do if it were impossible for me to fail? What would my life be like if I attained my goal? Or how would my loved ones be affected by my success? Who can I learn from that already experienced the success that I seek? And what small step can I take today to create an unstoppable, positive momentum and attitude towards my success? Can you see the difference? Just thinking about those questions, right, makes you feel more powerful and in charge of your future. One set of questions makes you huff and puff. The other set of questions gets you fired up, right? Believing that your success is inevitable. With the right set of questions and productive thinking, you'll be a freight train, man, without brakes. That's destined for the station that contains your dreams. Okay. With a successful mentor and a positive, productive approach, you'll continue moving forward until the success you envision comes to pass. Guaranteed. You got to take advantage of the resources available to you. Solutions may come in different packages, right? One could be help from others. Has anyone you know gone through a similar circumstance and come out successful? Are there books written by people who have succeeded in the area that detail how they arrived at their success? And can anyone in your community help you with the project? Ask your friends and family if they've faced the challenges similar to yours, and ask what steps they took to accomplish their goals. And I promise, when you're facing adversity, you're going to find out who your friends are. I promise. Listen, you got to listen to what they say, and if you can implement their ideas into your situation. Next, I would say probably do some research. Okay. Thankfully, you can succeed even if you lack knowledge about the path that you're about to take. The web, right? The World Wide Web and your local library contain a wealth of information that can shorten your learning curve and speed your process and your path to success in a huge way. Look online for websites or references about your situation, or read through discussion forums or message boards to see what others have to say about similar challenges and see what those people may have faced and how they overcame it. Why waste time making mistakes when you can learn from others who've already gone through it? So stay focused and determined to find the solution to your challenge. Find out how others succeeded and you'll be on your way. Next is creative thinking. Out of the box thinking can help you see your situation in a whole new perspective. So I want you to brainstorm new ideas and consider the benefits of each idea as a possible solution. Next, that obviously leads to making an action plan. What's your plan? So starting today, map out your plan for your project or your situation. What's next? What's the next step you need to take? If you don't know what the next step is, then your next step is to find out what comes next, right? When you complete the first step, what do you do next? What do you do after that? Coming up with a game plan is simple. All you do is list the steps that you must take in order. You can tweak and improve your plan as you receive feedback or what isn't working. The first draft of your plan, therefore, is a preliminary list of steps to your success. Okay. So let's give you an example. Let's say you're battling fear of heights. Okay. What's your action plan? Well, your action plan might look something like this. Go to a high place. Take a step up. Take a deep breath. Breathe slower. And because you're feeling anxiety, okay, take another step. Take deep breaths and remain calm. And take another step. This is your plan. I mean, that was something simple, but you see where I'm going with that. Your plan of action to start conquering your fear of heights. Once you have a plan in place, that plan will be your tour guide to the destination. Sometimes the best way to lay out a roadmap is simply to brainstorm and write down ideas for possible tasks as fast as you can. You can always edit that list later. Whatever you decide to do, write your list quickly and then get started on the first task. Your task list and plan will evolve as you progress, of course, and you're going to gather feedback on your progress and you're going to learn from your situation. Here's the one that people don't do. They don't take decisive action. Once you've set out your plan of action, take the first step immediately. Instead of sitting around and pondering on it and looking at your plan and hoping things work out in your favor, make things work in your favor by taking the first step. This will create a momentum and motivate you to truly believe in the probability of success. So following through is the key that unlocks your success. Follow through, taking action and following through. You're strong enough to accomplish anything that you want, I promise, if you are willing to follow through. As you go, notice what is working and celebrate those victories. And notice what's not working and tweak your plan. Learning from your mistakes and seeking the advice of successful people you trust will help. The hardest part about accomplishing any goal is getting started. The good news, though, is that once you're moving in the right direction, you'll be unstoppable if you choose to be. Challenges that seem insurmountable when you begin will seem like stepping stones that propel you forward when it's all over with. You're going to have troubles along the way, no doubt. Troubles along the way simply serve as feedback. They serve as markers that tell you that a course of correction is required. So see them for what they really are and allow them to help you on your journey. Remember that the path to your destiny is far from straight. It's not a straight line. You're going to have to meander to the left and to the right, but you'll achieve what you seek when you keep moving forward. So whether you succeed or fail entirely is entirely up to you. Often you have far more ability and creativity inside you than you think you do. Even when you lack these things, someone else has already succeeded at them, and that can show you the steps and strategies you need. So your success awaits, and it's worth the effort. Learning from your challenges is a key factor that separates successful people from those who only wish and hope to be successful. When you take the time to reflect on the things that you've accomplished and on how you got there, you'll find patterns that you can repeat for many other goals set in your life. Why make the same mistakes when you've already learned from them before on how to succeed? So every situation is different, but often the same creative approach and tactics you've applied in previous situations can be applied again to overcome challenges. So when you succeed, write down the steps that you took and the results you got. Let this be your success journal that you refer back to again and again when making plans for new endeavors. And that is an added benefit. Okay, you'll grow as a person when you reflect on your successes. It's usually how that works. Too often we vividly remember our failures and our shortcomings, but there are many things in your life that you've accomplished. So magnify those things by taking the time to remember and celebrate those victories. When you take time to meditate on your success, you'll begin to jump at the chance to go after a new challenge. Instead of cowering in the corner with fear, you'll become this pressure magnet because you know the talents and abilities that you possess are perfect for overcoming any obstacle. Now, on the flip side, you got to remember the negatives too. Thinking productively requires you to focus on the downsides as well. We all make mistakes. The key, though, is to learn from those mistakes and decide today that you'll welcome mistakes as opportunities to learn and grow. And when you do, nothing can stop you. As you reflect on the steps you've already taken to reach your goal, begin to create a plan to conquer your next challenge and ask yourself, right? What obstacles did I overcome to meet that challenge? How do I overcome the newest obstacle? Or what can I learn from my past challenges that can help me be a better person in the future? And how can these lessons improve the quality of my life? Productive thinking is a balanced approach. If you ignore the positive things that you've achieved in your life, you'll miss the values of those accomplishments, I promise. If you ignore the challenges you faced and the lessons that they bring, you'll miss the value in those as well. So together, your successes and your lessons are the teachers and the tour guides that will lead you to a more fulfilling life. You've already, the life you've always dreamed about. And when life gets crazy, read your success journal and remind yourself that you're capable. When the negative voice inside your head wants to, close out your dreams and shut the door, your success journal can silence that inner critic. The only thing that separates a successful person from one who only dreams of success is a willingness to decide what you want, take action, and respond effectively to the feedback that you receive along the way. So learning from others can make this process much easier. But you have everything inside of you to do this already.
You've been listening to the Productive, Not Busy podcast. Please hit the subscribe and notification of new episodes button and visit us on social media like Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok for bonus content.